What is this, amateur hour?
I'm blacker than the ace of spades and more militant than you and your whole damn army put together. While you out there chanting at rallies, browbeating politicians, I'm taking out any money front sucker on a humble that gets in my way. So I tell you what, when your so-called revolution starts, you call me, and I'll be right down front showing you how it's done. But until then, you need to shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking. Now can you dig it?
Ladies, gentlemen, and scholars, the world's first Quantimino-powered podcast live from the Daddy Juice Energy Studio in the Beaded Curtain District. Your star players Gemini Jackson, the Burrito Bandito, Brian McFly, and Arthur Dude.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you scholars. I'm your fearless and greasy host, Gemini Jackson, somewhere in the Quantimino with model of the millennium, Brian McFly.
Hey.
And our resident hyena, Arthur Dude.
Howdy, ninjas.
The Burrito Bandito.
I'm so confused.
Joins us from the other side of the glory hole. Now, let's get this party started with X Quantimino. I learned this recently, guys. No, you're good.
What'd you learn, Gemini Jackson?
The Pepsi Number Fever.
What the hell is that?
Ooh.
So this was a promotion by PepsiCo in the
Sounds
Philippines.
racist.
In the Philippines. So Pepsi Number Fever, also known as the 349 incident, was a promotion held by PepsiCo in the Philippines in 1992, which led to riots and the deaths of at least 5 people.
That's a lot of people.
This is how the Philippines loves to party, guys.
Damn.
I don't know if
Why
I've
is
ever
it called
told
the
you guys.
349 incident?
So the Pepsi promotion was underneath each bottle cap would be a set of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they would disseminate them. They would all get bought up. And within like that week, they would run a lottery.
Oh, okay.
For, I think it was something like $1 million, either 10 million or $1 million pesos.
There are pesos over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Conversion rate's like 50 to $1.
Okay.
And so they had a very tightly controlled system, and each winning number had a microchip or something like that so that they can verify that it's the legit one. 1 week, they accidentally printed out a shit ton
Of the microchip?
of 349.
Oh, with the microchip?
Without, only one had the microchip, but there was like so many that were printed, legitimately printed with the winning number.
No. Dude.
And so Filipinos do what Filipinos did, and they stormed PepsiCo.
That was their January 6th, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They had a reason to do
Exactly.
it.
Look at that. Yeah, Pepsi. Fuck them.
Where's my PepsiCo
Exactly.
pesos?
Pepsi bucks, man.
Especially when they wanted Coke, dude, but the Filipino government, no, it's not the government. I mean, PepsiCo was asking them, is Pepsi fine? And guess what? It wasn't.
It was until it wasn't.
That's true. I guess they thought it was.
Why is it
And
called
then-
Fever?
Because there was a...
That was the name of the marketing
promotion
campaign?
was
Oh, okay.
Pepsi Number Fever was
Yeah.
the
That was the name of the
promotion.
band.
Fever? Is there a
Pepsi
band
Number
named...
Fever.
Oh, Pepsi Number Fever. Is there a band named Fever? I'm sure there is.
Probably.
Probably.
What do you think they sound like?
Oh, baby! I don't know.
Oh, yeah, like 90s progressive.
No, I was trying to think of like I think it's like a hair metal band, if I had to guess
Okay.
what they were. That's Seal.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucking kiss from a rose on
Their logo would have to have the thunderbolts at the edges like Metallica and every other band.
Fever, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, wish they
That's
didn't.
an unfortunate story, but it's fascinating.
It is an unfortunate story. Speaking of unfortunate stories, ask me about my morning.
Hey, Gemini Jackson!
Yeah, what's up?
How do you spend your morning?
Well, this particular morning was a very cold morning.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Tell us
so...
about it.
Well, last week we were supposed to go on a little trip, but we had some flash overnight freezing.
Me and Gemini.
Brian McFly and myself. But our plane was scheduled to leave like 7 a.m. or
Yeah.
something like that. So we were trying to be at the airport by like 5:30. And so I was leaving my house around 5 in the morning, and everything's already frozen over.
Oh.
But, I decided to try it, which wasn't a great decision.
Even though like 99% of flights were canceled at that point.
They weren't quite canceled yet. So we were all up in the air until like we weren't.
Yeah, they ended up canceling the flight, but it was way later in the day.
Yeah. So
Did you guys ever even get on the plane?
no. You know why?
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Because I slid on the road on the freeway
Oh, shit.
and spun off and ended up in a ditch.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But you
A
were probably
fucking
you were only there
ditch.
for like 30 minutes or so, right?
No, I was not. So you can, as you can imagine, no one else is on the road, so it's hard to come by, help of any sort. Plus, you're at the bottom of a fucking ditch in the middle of the freeway.
And it's below freezing outside.
It's below freezing.
Were you in your truck?
I was in my truck.
Oh,
Yeah. And so I spun out. I'm at the bottom of the ditch, and
How deep is this ditch?
is this ditch?
it's about 100 feet from the road and about maybe 20 feet down.
That's pretty far,
15
dude.
deep.
Damn.
Yeah, 15, 20 feet down.
You
So,
ain't climbing out of that one easy.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was all sloped
Yeah.
like this, so the walks isn't that
For
bad.
our listeners, I said truck, but Gemini's truck is slammed pretty low.
Hey, this factory slammed. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Factory
Factory slammed and on
Get it right!
yeah, no 4-wheel drive either, which may have helped.
I don't think it would have helped.
It may have helped.
Maybe.
I mean, I would have been able to keep better traction for sure. So I ended up in the ditch, and I'm sitting there, and I call the cops because I feel like I need to report this. Nothing's broken or I'm not injured at all. I slid very slowly off this ditch and just kept going. So I was spinning on the freeway, and then as I hit the dirt, I'm like, this is gonna suck. But
Sounds like the worst morning
I just go,
ever.
I just plow in, and I'm just going, and it's not that bad.
What time was this again?
5 a.m.
Damn, it's still dark.
Still dark at the bottom of this ditch. Call the cops, and they're like, what it sounds like is you need a tow truck.
That's what the cops told you?
Yeah.
You called 911 or
I called
311?
911 specifically.
They told you to call 311.
They're like, hey, what it sounds like
you
is
know
you
what?
need a
That
tow.
makes sense, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's how they're handling it these days.
Yeah, and I mean, like, okay, I was like, okay.
Everybody.
Well, I was like, I thought maybe, if there was damage or something that I
called
caused,
the right
that
number,
I should
but
like.
yeah, the way they're trained is to like
Right, of
reroute you
course.
because there really is nothing wrong going on.
And there's nothing they could
Like,
do
you're not
specifically.
hurt.
They're going to do that. Like, what they would do is show up on the scene and then call a tow truck for you.
Right.
Well,
or
what
if you
it
were hurt,
sounds
call an
like
ambulance.
is I'm going to go back to sleep and you need to call someone else.
What it sounds like is somebody else's problem. And so I call AAA because, car carrying member.
Obviously. Aren't we all?
Yeah, and so they send
No,
somebody
you
out.
should be, and we're not sponsored.
I'm not.
They send somebody out. It takes about an hour to get to me.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair because it's all iced over. And
And you're about to be
what
saved.
am I going to do? Yeah.
It's worth the wait.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no!
I'm too far for any of his tools to reach
Oh, my
me.
gosh! The chain's not long enough!
The two additional chains that he straps to his chain are not long enough, and he doesn't have a winch. And this fucking guy was trying for an hour.
Hey,
An
man.
hour. And I was like,
Gotta
dude,
give him props.
Yeah.
I hope
props.
they give you something. I'm not going
Right?
to give you anything, but I hope
Shit.
they give you something. The powers that be.
Damn.
And so he's like,
Because he made the effort to
right.
go out on the ice.
Dude. And he's, yeah, no,
He
and
could've
like,
slid.
I'm at the bottom and there's water down there and it's muddy and all this shit. So he's like soaked in this shit. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
dude, I feel so bad for this guy,
Holy
but I'm in my
shit.
truck and I'm,
Car still running?
car's still running good. Everything's purring like a baby.
Just get the chain where you need it, bro.
Except I can't get the chain where I need it.
Yeah.
So he takes off.
No!
And I call AAA again.
Oh, no!
And they're like, oh, we got to escalate this. This won't be covered under your standard rate. I'm like, that's fine. Just send somebody out. And they're like, yeah, but what it sounds like is you need like a rescue vehicle. I'm like, yes, that's exactly.
helicopter?
I need to be rescued.
Well, no, like a truck that has rescue capabilities, that has, that's not just a tow truck.
Like a bunch of robots that can like lift your truck out of
no,
the
like
ditch?
winches or something like that, or extended stabilizations
what
or
you're
something like that.
saying.
Yeah, something that can pull
I always
something
thought
different
tow
out.
trucks had like chains that would...
They have chains, but I was
Pull
too
the car.
far down, and he can't go into the
Right.
grass. He
Man.
normally would have been able to go in the grass.
This is an experience, Gemini
I didn't
Jackson.
even
I know.
consider that you needed to be rescued until this point.
Yeah,
But
me
you
neither.
need to be rescued.
Well, I could have walked home. I wasn't that far.
You can climb out of that ditch.
Yeah,
Okay, but you
I
really
walked
wanted
to the onto
edge of the street.
onto
Yeah.
the edge of the road many
Right.
times.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, what it sounds like is you need a rescue vehicle. I'm like, yes, please send one. They said, okay. At this time, it's like 7 o'clock.
The
And
sun
then-
is out.
Yeah, the sun is out. I'm feeling like an asshole, but fortunately, no one's out.
Yeah.
Under the pure light of God.
Yeah, under God's fucking light, I'm down here with my dick in my hand.
That everybody was smarter than Gemini Jackson at this
Absolutely.
one point
The
in time.
stupidest man on the road that day was me specifically, and there's proof. The dude in the ditch is obviously the stupidest
The
dude out
one
here.
that the helicopter on the news is flying over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at this dumbass.
I would love a news report. Look at this stupid ass
dumbass.
bitch. What do we
Look at
say?
this
Stay home. What do we say? And they're like, okay, he'll be there in an hour. I'm like, that's fine.
No choice.
90 minutes go by.
Damn.
I'm like, fuck.
How much Netflix have you watched at
Wait,
this
so
point?
this is 8:30. You got there at 5. Now we're at 8:30.
Yeah, we're at 8:30.
Oh, man.
And so I
I got a question.
yes, of course.
At this point, does your lady know or not?
She knew immediately. I called her as soon as I got in the
Okay.
ditch, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to leave her hanging.
Are you testing his masculinity?
No, I mean, like,
I was
it's,
just wa- I was
that
just
was like,
wondering.
who else
That's a
who's I'm going to tell?
Man, that's a pussy ass move.
he
dude.
was
Yeah, what are
thinking,
you
like-
gonna, bitch? Because
pussy whipped.
look, I was supposed to be
What's he gonna do?
in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
So
Yeah.
what am I going to do? Show up at home? Hey, baby. Mwah.
By that time, had your flight been canceled?
Yes. Well, I canceled.
you
I
can't,
canceled the tickets, so we
yeah.
didn't.
They weren't the flight wasn't canceled. At
No,
that point.
not at this
Canceled
point.
himself.
So
Running his mouth like that.
yeah, so I'm at the bottom of this ditch. It's 8:30. It's 30 minutes past the time they're supposed to get there.
Wait, the flight itself wasn't canceled?
Nope, not until later.
Not until
Oh,
we're getting
right.
there.
Okay.
we're
okay,
getting there.
Okay, I'm just drawing the timeline here.
And so I call the company. He's like, "Oh
Which
yeah,
company? The travel
tow
company?
because
Oh.
I called AAA back and they gave me the number and I called the tow company, and the tow company's like, "Oh yeah, where are you?"
Yeah, who are you?
And I'm like, "I'm at a ditch at the bottom of the freeway."
Yeah, I'm at the
And they're like,
ditch.
"Oh yeah, we'll be there in 30 minutes."
It's
Like,
been
okay,
at 90
fine.
minutes at this
Yeah,
point.
can
Yeah.
you guys come to the ditch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
this
that's
is
the only
supposed to
car
be
in
a
the ditch
rescue
right now.
vehicle.
And they bring out another tow truck?
The cops show up.
Oh, no!
And he's been here for like an hour
The cops
already.
out?
Just
Yeah.
perched.
You guys
Yeah,
just
just perched because he's like, well,
chatting, talking about
every
your
now and
favorite
then I'll
donut?
go up. Yeah, exactly. Every now and then I'll go up, but I'm mostly just staying in my truck. So this new tow company does not even stop. Another 30 minutes goes by and I call them back and I'm like, "Hey, where's the dude?" And he's like, "Oh, he drove by. He said you're too far in the ditch, so he's not going to come and going to be able to get you.
This is the worst story ever.
He's not going to be able to come and get you." And I'm like,
Why didn't you tell me?
nobody decided to tell me that. How long ago? He's there. Oh, like 30 minutes ago. I was like, wow, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, he left a note, dude. He like threw a note. He threw like he like made a little paper airplane and threw it down to you. You didn't get that?
You didn't get the little check, yes, no, do you like me? But like, I had told the cop that I don't need him to call anyone because I already have this tow truck company
Right.
coming,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So
What
I had
time
to
is it?
fucking, this is
10:30?
9 by now,
Okay, 9.
maybe 9:30. So I have to walk back up the hill and talk to the cop. I'm like, yeah, if you could call someone.
Did he shoot you?
He did not, fortunately, because,
Okay.
well, he was also brown.
Oh, nice, dude.
You know, and we dapped. I'm like,
What kind?
we
though?
dapped, but I was
That's
still
because
like,
Gemini
ACAB.
Jackson made him laugh.
Yeah, of course. Because I'm an idiot at the bottom of the fucking.
Yeah.
What am I going
If
to do?
you can make that cop laugh, you're not getting shot that day.
It's a proven fact.
They love bits, dude. That's
The cops
that's
love bits.
I-
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna-
pull. Am I going to
Is,
pull?
is this controversial to say that some people get shot because they're not doing bits?
Hey, man, it could be justified. Make him smile. Just spread the love.
Okay, so I follow up on this cop's offer to call
Cop's offer.
the wrecker. And then he's like, well, they've been telling people they're not supposed to pull anyone now just to handle accidents. So I don't know if they're going to be
This
able to
is an
send anybody out.
accident.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. He's like, if they're not able to come out, you can leave your truck and I'll take you home and then you can deal with it later. And then
Sounds like a good idea at this point.
And then like 15 minutes go by and he's like, they're going to be able to send someone out. I'm like, okay, awesome. Great. Because I just want to get my truck out of here and like be back home and not have to deal with this later. So another hour comes by before the next tow truck
Day's
gets
almost
here.
over.
But he has a winch and he can pull me out. So I'm sitting in the cop's car while the guy's pulling
Did the
my
wench
truck
have
out.
big boobs?
She did not. She had some long ropes though.
Yeah,
Shit,
she could
dude.
pull that truck out.
Exactly.
So who give a fuck?
Exactly. So he hooked me up and I'm in the cop's car and he's starting to pull me out. And then the fucking
No, don't say it.
drives up is a fucking news car.
Oh, no.
Out of the window, you see cell phone hands start taking pics of my truck and then drives off.
Oh, what?
Drives off. The cop's like, I should pull that guy over because he was using his cell phone. I'm like, yes, please. I need his phone right fucking now. So there's somewhere
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
on the internet, probably on the news site, of my stupid ass truck in a ditch.
Yeah.
And I gotta find it. Okay, guys?
It's already been published, man.
No, I gotta find it because I want to see it.
Yeah.
Or it could
I
have been.
wanna see it.
It could have been
I wanna
someone
see it.
sending it into the news and maybe they didn't use it.
Well,
guys,
no, they had like, exactly. It could have not made the cut, but they were in a news car.
If you want to
okay.
see this picture, join the Patreon. We're putting it behind the paywall.
Yeah, we have to.
That was gold, Gemini Jackson. Is the day over yet?
Yeah, by now it's 11 o'clock and I get home.
There is a silver lining, though.
There is a silver lining.
So the winch gets your truck out, and you just managed to get home in the tow truck?
My truck's fine.
Oh, it is?
I drive home.
Okay.
Yeah. The silver lining is we're supposed to be in Palm Springs,
Getting your dick sucked.
Right.
Getting our dick sucked, but we did get to still go to the meeting that we're supposed. We still got to
By
do
Zoom?
a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
Yes, we
so
did.
that's kind of the fun part that we didn't get to go hang out in Palm Springs and be at a fancy hotel.
We got to do
A meeting
on Zoom at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, no less.
They Zoomed us at the Ritz-Carlton.
So the in-person didn't happen.
No.
The reason for the in-person was because they were like upper-level
new.
clients.
No.
Oh, you're
this is
trying to... okay.
onboarding people and having
Yeah.
a face-to-face for the first time and stuff like that.
I don't know these things.
So another silver lining was actually we had a connecting flight from Slam City to another city to Palm Springs.
Uh-huh.
That leg from that other city to Palm Springs got canceled.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
would have
yeah,
been
right.
fucking stuck there. We
Yeah.
would have been stuck at that city.
Instead of being stuck at home.
Having the Zoom meeting at that city.
Yeah.
In their airport.
Yeah, without your
Like
amenities.
Terminal. Weren't we saying something about that Tom Hanks movie?
Oh, yeah,
Terminal?
the Terminal.
Yeah.
Terminal Part 2?
Where he's like a
Just a
Russian
couple
dude or
of
something.
dudes?
He's just
Hello, I am Tom
like,
Hanks.
there.
Yeah. No, but it would have been Brian and I
Hello.
running around this terminal, sleeping and living life up.
What would you guys have been doing if you're stuck at that terminal with each other?
Probably
Drinking
getting
some coffee,
massages.
Maybe getting a
Foot massages?
a dick rub.
Getting my,
Yeah.
my sneakers polished.
Maybe playing some cards.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's how I spent my morning.
Slaps. Yeah, okay.
6 hours in a ditch.
Good story, Gemini Jackson. I don't know if you can
thanks.
one up that
Yeah.
one. Mr. McFly.
I cannot. But I will say that the Dog Saga continues.
Tell us about it, Brian!
Also known as
The Daga?
The Daga, yeah. Not to be confused with DACA, which is
It's a political
it's an
thing.
immigration policy.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you guys know how the dogs are driving me insane, dude.
Yeah, driving
Wait,
up a wall.
Multiple dogs. Okay.
There's fucking
Let's go back to let's go back to you got the co-ed
Yeah, the co-ed.
that got a
co-ed.
puppy that you left a note
The co-ed
for.
with a puppy.
Yes.
That you DM'd her. You literally
Yeah,
DM'd
DM'd her on her
You
door.
DM'd the fuck out of her. You
DM'd.
you door messaged her.
Left a fucking post-it note on her
door
door
messaged her.
with a message and even gave his info.
By
Yeah.
the way, I live 2 apartments down, so if
What do you think about that move of telling them where I am?
it's fine.
Okay.
No, that's creepy
I
as
just-
all
Yeah.
hell.
Do you think it's
I would
creepy?
leave a number
Hella.
versus
I would have left
because look, I
nothing.
don't want them to actually come to my house unless I'm like, hey, let's go to my house.
I see what he's getting at though. He wanted some feedback. Like,
no, he also wanted
her
to prove
like,
that he
leave-
lives there.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
hey,
that's
I'm not a weird
necessarily-
guy.
it was just an identification thing. It was like a. Yeah,
see what you're
guess it is.
saying.
I live here, but also
Because
just
if you're
to
like
say,
a neighbor and you don't know her name, you know her apartment number, you
Hey,
would
Bethany.
answer with your apartment number. Yeah, you should just write
right?
Bethany.
I'm just
if her name was
saying,
something
hey,
else.
I'm your neighbor, and here's where I live.
You could do that too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyways, so and then
If you're in New York City,
Then you have some neighbors below you, or a neighbor below
Yeah.
you.
Mildred,
Catholic. Well, I mean, she is a Mildred. Let's just call her
Mildred.
Mildred and Pete.
97 years old, has no remaining family
Except Pete.
except her beloved
So look,
Pete.
I've made peace with Pete.
Of
Okay?
Pete's Pete's just
So
a
Pete's not
crotchety old
barking
puppy.
anymore?
He's still.
She is. She's.
She's kept her word.
Yeah, she keeps the blinds closed until 8:30.
Mildred,
Yeah, she's a peach.
what a sweetheart.
Pete's still mouthy though
Well,
throughout the day, but I
course.
forgive Pete.
Like when the Amazon delivery guy comes by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pete's
going off.
an old soul.
He's
as the
grumpy.
young
He's
girls
very
like to
protective
say.
of Mildred.
He is.
As a good dog should be.
He's an old soul, like the young girls like to say.
Do they say that?
Do they still say that?
That I'm an old soul?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's a trap.
You
though,
know.
dude. It's a fucking trap.
it's a flag.
Yeah, I mean, only 16-year-old girls are saying that. So.
That they're old souls. So
Yeah.
you can tell by their, hey, like, no,
Yeah, I don't even need to check their ID at that point.
which you wouldn't anyway.
so the puppy's under control.
Okay, so yeah, the other day Pete was barking. The puppy,
The co-ed?
Co-ed's puppy?
The
puppy's
co-ed puppy?
barking, and then there's another
A
next
new?
door, dude. Next door, there's
A
2
new?
dogs barking.
Wow.
That's 4 dogs at the same time. We're talking for hours.
Quadraphonic
For hours, dude.
Quadraphonic canine.
experience.
I wish that I wish I had it queued up.
Debauchery?
I did record it, but it would take-
Cacophony.
Cacophony.
That's it. But
I
it's,
like that
it's
title.
too much of a pain in the ass.
Say it again.
Quadraphonic. Canine.
Canine.
Cacophony.
Boom!
QCC,
QCC. No, quadraphonic
Note
with a
that,
C.
J-Mark.
dude. Triple C.
Triple C.
Oh, shit.
Quadraphonic. CUAD.
Does it work that way? We
It
can make
kind
it
of
that
does.
work.
We can make it
Yeah,
work.
okay.
It's a new word.
For hours, dude. I had a recording of it, but it would be too much to.
Oh, you made a tape out of this?
Yeah,
it's his new podcast.
It's so crazy. So I was like, you know what? I had
one that no one
I had
listens
your
to.
voices in my head saying you're being a little bitch, dude. I mean, I don't know. I just think you
The
guys,
dogs were saying that in your
No,
head?
you
Yeah.
guys.
His dogs.
It's
Us feedbacking
Yeah,
that?
my dogs, dude.
I don't think you're being a little
not
bitch.
the dogs.
Is that what we're getting at?
you're my dogs. They're the dogs.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was like, I can't do this. So I left another note
On the new neighbor
On
with
the
the
new
two
New
dogs.
neighbors with 2 dogs.
because the other
Are these
Stereo
big
dogs.
dogs or little dogs? Like yappers, or they got like some
one's
heft?
a yapper, one's a heft.
And Pete's got a pass.
Pete's fine, whatever.
He's the only dog allowed to yap.
Yeah, because he's old as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
the
even know where he
puppy-
is.
Mildred
And
needs
those 2
him.
dogs?
Yeah,
You
but-
just shut the fuck up.
But I left a note on the next door neighbor.
Do you know
Wow.
those neighbors by any chance or
No.
seen them?
But I left a neighbor and I said, "Look, I'm sorry. I don't
this
know. I
handwritten?
kind of it was apologetic because I'm
Or is this typed in
Soft
paper?
dicking it.
handwritten, soft dicking. Yeah, I put
3215.
Brian 321X.
Cut all that anymore.
So, anyways, and then like maybe I would say, oh yeah, and I text my mom this whole time, and she goes, "I wouldn't have left my name."
What?
And I was like, "Really? Why?" And she was like, "I don't know. I just what?" And I was like,
kind of the
"No,
same.
I'm not going to be a coward about it."
Right.
So,
Yeah, bro.
so I went out there and I was almost thought about tearing off the my name
name
at the
part?
bottom.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't, and it was already taken actually. Ooh, so
Oh, yeah.
she'd already taken off the door. Anyways, she came over. I looked through the pee hole.
Monkey's
She knocked
out
on
of
the
the
door,
bottle, man.
and there's like a woman with a white claw in her hands.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh.
someone's trying to make some peace here?
Yeah, an
Yeah, olive
offering.
branch.
Yeah.
So-
she extended the white
Tell us
claw
about it,
olive.
Brian.
You
So-
know, did you know
This is the new neighbor?
there is no law when it comes to the claw?
Well, it's lawless in her apartment, dude. Just
Clawless.
dogs going clawless.
Now that they drank them all, it's clawless.
It's not clawless. There are dogs, and each of them has 4.
That's true.
There's 8.
Overcornified!
But there's so it's her and some guy, and so I open the door and I'm
Hey,
smiling.
can Jeff go home?
No, I'll tell you why. Jeff doesn't need to go home. But I'll tell you why.
Hey. Jeff, thank you for chaperoning.
If you want to have a seat over there, you're welcome to watch.
Oh, you're going to cuck him. I didn't see this coming.
No, that's not what I mean.
It's that kind of
No,
stuff.
no,
Hot
no.
wife situation.
No.
Just all
Jeff is
about
gay
that.
as hell. Is the thing.
Oh, I see.
The roommates?
You'll find
Oh.
out. You'll find out that Jeff is gay as fuck.
I see. So, Jeff.
Jeff is hanging out
As
with
into
get it.
Brian. Oh.
Well, so I open the door. I'm smiling because this warms my heart because she's like
Yeah.
she's being cute with holding the white
So we
claw.
got some
So I can
millennials
see
here.
it.
What do you got here?
Maybe 35 or something.
Okay.
Millennials.
Yeah. So yes, I open the door and she's like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "Thanks for leaving a note," which I don't understand why she's thanking me.
No, it's
Hey,
if she appreciates it genuinely,
she's
and it's
new to
not
the area.
It's literally not a bad move.
She didn't think it was a bad
Yeah.
idea, but it was a bad idea.
Because you could have just been rude and fucking let it. You could have let it fester, and then it would have
Yeah.
overflown, and then you would have just been banging at her door, telling her
With a
dog to shut the
shotgun?
fuck
That's
up.
true. And also, I learned later that it's like they're afraid of people complaining to the apartment complex, which I don't want to do. And
Yeah,
I
because
hope I never
they
do.
didn't pay a deposit.
Oh, that too.
Oh, they
Anyways,
didn't
she
pay
invites
a
me to a party later on down
wow.
down the down the hall. And before I close the door, Jeff is like, "Are you single?"
Hey.
And I was
Wow.
like, "Yes, I am."
Model of the millennium.
And he's just like grabbing my hand. I mean, he's just like sexually assalding me, Jeff.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Congratulations.
"Oh, okay, nice to meet you, Jeff. I'm going to call the cops
I
on you."
want you to want me.
But anyway, so I was like, you know what? I need to go down to that party. I didn't
Yeah,
want to.
you should.
I did not want to because I
You
don't,
don't
do
like-
everything.
prude. Don't
I don't
be a
like
little
people.
bitch.
You don't
I
like
know.
going. Yeah, you don't like people.
But I went and it was fun.
yeah.
I had a good time. It was a bunch of old
Did you
people
get
like
tongue?
us. No, I didn't.
Did you get bung?
No, I got no bung or
Well,
tongue.
then why did you even go?
I know. Well, there
For
was
the possible opportunity
No
with
tongue or
Jeff.
no bung? No, Jeff would have bunged you and tongued you.
Jeff. Well, there was another
Bong
guy.
then tongue or tongue then bong?
There was a guy there, and Jeff and that guy. I mean, they were like
were tonguing
hard-
and bonging?
See, we're back again. Party on, come on, let's begin.
It wasn't this kind of party, but everyone's just chilling doing.
He put his
doing
dick in the
karaoke.
mashed potatoes.
Well, he might as well because these two guys were like, I mean, making out hard. They were they had boners, dude. There's
Did you
no
get a semi
way.
off that?
Raging.
Huh?
Did your 85% get a semi
No,
off that?
it was just tasteless. It was tacky.
Oh, I feel you. man.
Gauche.
Gauche.
He walked by, tapped them on the shoulder mid makeout and jerk off session and said, Gauche much?
which ironically was gayer than what they were doing. So.
Yeah, definitely.
anyways.
They're like, ew.
Yeah. Ooh,
Just fuck off.
See yourself out. Mhm.
But anyways, it was a nice ending to. I mean, it started out with a shitty little note that I left, and it became a.
This sounds
nice
like a
ending.
good episode of
this
the
is
Brian
definitely-
McFly show.
This is Brian McFly. Your memoir is called My Life in Notes.
yeah.
Yeah. You've got mail. You've got snail trail.
You've got notes.
You've got DMs.
That has
You've
to be
got
something
door
about
mail.
the canines too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Must love
dog
notes.
Oh,
But anyways, last
I
night I
don't
left another note on the
Wow.
co-ed because it
You
was.
need to get yourself some
insane, dude.
stationery, dude.
That one was.
yeah. You need some letterhead, bitch.
Yeah.
It has a little dog. I get it printed. It has. It's
Yeah.
a dog note. or
No, it
something.
has a dog with like a
It's
buzzer
a
sign
stencil.
on
no,
it.
it's the shape of a dog.
It's like
A little post-it
Ghostbusters,
note.
but with a dog instead of Slimer.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, so that one hasn't ended well. That
Hey,
one's
maybe you
driving
tell the
me
apartment
insane.
complex about that one who
I
also
might.
didn't pay her pet deposit.
Yeah, no.
What flavor was the White Claw? It sounds like a
I didn't look
leftover.
at it too hard.
Raspberry.
It's in,
Say cherry.
it's in my refrigerator, and I
Say
think it's-
cherry.
Oh,
But I'm like, it's like haunting me, so I probably
Yeah.
gotta get rid of it.
you need to toss
And you
that.
made a little
You don't want to
shrine
go
out of
back
it?
on fucking White Claw, man.
I know.
Go back on good shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Brian sober, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I haven't talked about it in a while.
So you just have a little shrine, like her DNA might be on this.
No, she,
I'm gonna clone her.
you know, she was fine.
But not fine.
Fine.
She was fine, but not.
She was nice.
So the party that was going on down the hall was just other
It was
neighbors.
a fucking dinner party. Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, it was.
No, it was just older people, you know.
Was it BYO?
Did they have fucking board
It
games?
was, they did have board games.
Of course, that's what
Cards
old
Against
people
Humanity.
do.
But they were also
Cards
doing
Against
karaoke.
Humanity, they're playing like a
Or like,
fucking
what
8-year-old
the
game.
fuck? Or like Know Your
Did they
Meme or
just
something?
fucking find that game?
I think it was more like Know Your Meme type
Oh.
or whatever it's called. They were doing karaoke, you know, Britney Spears. There's a lot of gay people there.
And you were like, cut my life into
Yeah.
pieces.
What did you sing, Brian?
Who let the dogs out?
Macarena.
I didn't pick one because I was too much of a coward, but I did
You
sing
should
along
have.
to Evanescence.
You would have gotten your
What
dick
did you say?
sucked.
I sang along to
Evanescence?
Evanescence.
Okay.
Wake Me
No,
Up
he
Inside, I
did.
Can't
He
Wake
did the
Up.
rap part.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I don't-
Wake me up.
I can't wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save me.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was fun though.
What would you have picked though? Like, what did you want to pick had you had the
I
courage?
suck at karaoke because I always.
No, you gotta pick a song,
No,
man.
No,
You
he picks
do you
like fucking
music?
Bright
sad,
Eyes.
I pick sad songs.
Do you like music? I think you would have picked a Long December. That's what I
Oh yeah.
Don't forget
That's a
that,
good one,
Brian.
dude.
If you have a chance at karaoke, don't be shy and pick a Long December.
Fucking Burrito. Whenever he goes to karaoke, he always picks beer songs. It's like, bro, nobody really wants to hear Toxicity again.
I know.
Toxicity.
Yeah.
All our
That's a good
sanity, all our
That is a good candidate, but it's not a karaoke song.
sanity. Yeah, it's a great song, but it's not a karaoke song.
Third Eye Blind songs are pretty good.
That's not bad. Burrito! Of course.
Jumper.
Yeah, no, which one, though?
Yeah, which one?
No, Jumper.
No.
No, say it.
It has
Say
to
it.
be.
The Meth
No,
one.
it's not gonna be.
It has to be.
No,
though.
it's not.
Simi
It
Trump
has
Kind
to
of
be.
Life.
Yeah, both of those are
Okay.
good.
Which
I'm
one
a
would
little
you
surprised.
grab for, though?
I don't know.
Semi Charm seems
Pick
kind
one.
of
What's-
more.
Yeah.
Third Eye
difficult.
Blind lyrics you remember.
The sky was gold. Something,
I don't
something
know what
with
he
it,
says.
something
Yeah,
with
it's
with their
probably
nose.
probably semi-charmed because everyone else will sing
Yeah.
along with you.
Dude,
It's
it's
good when
we
you-
can take
Something else.
to get me through this.
if you're worried about singing, like pick a song that everyone will just sing
that's
along
good. That's
with
a good
you.
tip.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
tight.
insider tip.
Burrito.
Burrito tip.
Burrito, rephrase that.
If you're worried about singing karaoke by yourself, pick a song that everyone likes to sing along with, and then you won't have to sing alone.
Nice.
You're never alone when it comes to
Yeah.
Journey.
The more you
Yeah.
know.
Boomers.
Are you in the notes? It says boomers.
Yeah, you could just read what it says there.
It says boomers. How do you get over the inability to be the best version of yourself? Are we the boomers that you're referring to?
We can be if you want to.
We can be boomers.
Anytime on the timeline, the Quantimino.
What was what
Just
was
one day.
how'd you phrase this in the
He said he was
in the
going
chat?
to page Dr. Smartman.
Yeah, but in the chat you said it differently, I think.
No, this is a copy paste.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you get
I
over
think
the
I
inability
might have
to be the best version
expanded
of
on the-
yourself?
yeah.
What'd you say? Do you remember?
How did I expand it? I
Meaning-
can't remember. This is too much shop talk.
But what is the
But
question?
Gemini brought up an example was like the failure to reach the fifth jack.
Yeah.
Oh,
So once upon a time, your best version of yourself was like someone who could like fuck till the sun came up.
Maybe 10 jacks.
Yeah, and that's where the boomer part comes in.
Right,
Yeah.
but now you're struggling for that fifth.
yeah.
Like a boomer bitch.
But how do you get over that
How do you
inability?
break
Can I
True.
ask you why you thought of this? Was there an impetus?
No,
He
there wasn't
sprained
really.
his back.
Yeah, you're like, this is not the best
This
version.
is really what brought it on for me.
Uh-huh.
Was like whenever the alarm clock goes off and how many times I hit the snooze button.
Oh, you snoozing.
I
Yeah.
snooze all the time.
Once upon a time,
That's the best version of myself.
oh no, the best version of myself was like not having a snooze button and sleep until noon.
Oh, okay.
That was the best version of myself.
How
and then
do you
I had
get
the
over
best
being
day, and
a
I could,
king?
Yeah.
How do you get over? How do you get over
watch the
not being a
sunrise the
king
next
anymore? How do you get over not being a king anymore? Basically,
And it's
Yeah.
a kid. It's like a child
Yeah,
thing.
like nowadays I got to hit a fucking snooze button.
just to buy more time to sleep.
And really, that's what it was boiling down to. Was I was just kind of looking at the
best version.
timeline, and it's like, you know, you're working day and night, you know, doing your thing, and it's like you'd rather be doing something else, but it's just like time keeps ticking, and the responsibilities to keep stacking up, and there's no way you can be the best version of yourself if you have all these obligations.
I can't think back to the best version of myself.
No, there is a best version of yourself.
the best.
No, of yourself. Like, don't compare yourself to anyone else, or
I
like what
see.
kind
Well,
of
like,
Yeah, you're
remember
right.
when you had ab?
yeah.
What?
Do you remember when you had
An
ab?
ab.
Like thinking you're like,
an ab?
mine.
Like,
Yeah.
I have like my ab?
Yeah, one ab.
I did have
Yeah,
ab.
so
See?
when
No.
you were the, actually,
No, I had ab.
when you
Okay,
won
two.
model of the millennium,
I had two
could
or-
have been
2 or
the
3 and a
best
half.
version of yourself.
Yeah.
But I was like 12 then, 13.
Do you think
You
that was the
peaked at
best version?
13.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Like when you peaked and why you cannot peak
Your
anymore.
athletic
And you have to be able to like
He's
get
still
over
peaking.
that.
Isn't the answer always age?
AIDS?
AIDS?
Age.
It could be disability.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but in our case, I don't think it's disability, except
Yeah.
mentally
I mean,
for me.
boomer wise, we're going age, yeah, but other things can happen, right?
The mind is
So,
willing.
but you were kind of talking about what, like, you're too tired to kind of like give the energy, like that.
I mean, is that the answer?
Too
Is
drunk?
apathy.
Too fuck? Too drunk to fuck?
The question isn't, is it happening? The question is, how do you get over it? How do you
how do I?
What's the
how do
coping
you get
mechanism
past it? Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
cannot be the best version of yourself or have the resource in order to be the best
You
version
know what
of
I have to
yourself?
do? What I've been doing recently, like going to that party. I just
That's a
I
good
have
step
to like
forward,
do
Brian.
the
Yeah.
opposite.
Of
There's
what
like a Seinfeld episode about this, but it's just like you do the opposite of what you would normally do. At least me, because I'm just like, or what I feel like doing. It's not everything, but deep down I know I'm like I need to do the opposite in this situation. Because,
Like you would have temporary
Because I would
moments.
usually just be a fucking fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best version of myself is when I'm not listening to that voice that says stay home, don't do anything.
Best version was when you went to that party.
Yeah, even
and
though-
sang
yeah.
the rap backup to Evanescence.
Yes. Yeah. That was. That absolutely was.
me! I can't wake up!
But yeah, I
That's
feel
a
you.
Nemo song. by the
Call
way.
my name and save
So that is
me
like a good,
from
like-
the dark.
I think my answer to this
Before
before
Could the rest of the fucking come around me? And I don't matter inside of me.
Is that a different song?
No, it's the fucking like the
part-
break,
yeah.
dude.
It's when
the
he
break.
he flows his
when
whole
he
thing.
has his moment in the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, because it almost sounded like you were doing Spice Girls. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Slam your body down and wind it all around.
That's
See, I
what it
know
sounded
those
like.
lyrics, but I don't know Evanescence lyrics.
It's fine.
You're right. What were you saying, Arthur?
Oh yeah, so what was that Quibi show that went to like Roku Express that kind of explained this in a good way? It was just like I can't remember what it was called, but the point was that he would only accept what was going on now. He lived his
Right.
every waking moment of absorbing now, not thinking of the past,
He's
not thinking of the
currently his
future.
best version of himself
at all times.
at all
I don't
times.
understand. What was?
Because the past is like the past version of himself is irrelevant. Whether it could be better at this task that is before him is irrelevant because the task is present now, and he has to be. He is the best version of himself.
And
that
you
he can
don't
be.
think ahead either.
Oh, this was.
I
this
think
like
it was called like the Spectacular Now or something like that.
Was it like a non-fiction? It was a
mindfulness.
non-narrative. It was
We're
a
all
documentary?
we're all practicing mindfulness.
No, it was like a drama TV series thing. I mean, it was
Dramedy?
Quibi, and it had like your favorite actor in it.
I got many.
Yeah, the guy that's like the brother of the other guy
Oh, the Lucas brothers.
in his own starring role. One of the Lucas brothers.
Lucas. Yeah, that's how he's titled
One
as.
of the Lucas
One of the Lucases as.
Pick
Jeff.
one.
Hey, I'm a Lucas brother. Which one? Yep.
Now I'll remember the actor. Who's the two actors in Pineapple Express? The two main ones.
There's Cuck Seth Rogen and there's James Franco.
and then Franco's brother.
Oh, Dave Franco.
So it's starring Dave Franco.
Okay. Is it a good show?
It's pretty good. I'll spoil like the beginning.
R.I.P. Quibby.
For some reason, he's like hating his life and he attempts to commit suicide. But before he gets to commit suicide, his brother commits suicide.
Oh, no.
And that's how it starts.
That's fun.
wow.
That's a good.
And it's
What
just
a
kind of this
premise.
like downhill thing. But
Yeah.
it's like bite-sized episodes.
Right.
So you can get through it and like watching a movie.
That's cool.
The whole thing. But I just like the idea that was like presented in that show was just like living in the now was what really got me. Is like that's how you get over the inability to be the best version of yourself. Is
I guess
always
so.
be the best version of yourself because
But
the moment
I
is
think
what
you
you're
still
absorbing.
need
You
the
need
context
perspective.
Yeah, I mean
to know
like,
that,
yeah.
hey, I was able to accomplish this before.
And also, I
should be-
wouldn't normally do this. That's another thing. Like,
go to the
I
party?
never do this, and I always regret not doing it. So I need to have
going
that
to the
kind
party you were invited to or drinking
Right.
the White Claw.
Don't drink the
should've-
White Claw. You
Yeah.
should probably throw that away today.
What flavor was it?
I think it's
Say cherry.
Why? Why do you keep saying that?
Have you ever had a cherry White Claw?
No.
You've never had a White Claw?
I don't know why I think he has.
No, in the same way that like he hasn't tried dating apps,
Right.
I haven't tried White
All
Claw
right.
because
Right.
it wasn't around
Okay.
back when I
So
was
I should just
partying.
explain it like you'll
Exactly.
never know. It's like the worst flavor of White Claw, and it's like drinking cough syrup.
No, cherry's the worst flavor of a lot of stuff. So I
I don't
can
know,
get
man.
like what?
It's a bad flavor. I'll
Like
give you
woman?
that.
What do you mean?
Flavor of woman?
What do you mean?
Cherry.
But what do you mean?
Hymen.
Oh, what blood and skin?
Yeah. It's
Blood
not,
and mucus
Yes.
membrane.
That's the name of my fucking sex tape. Blood and mucus.
With 9 Inch Nails in the background.
No, just me masturbating. What happens?
He's on the 7th jack, and it's just blood.
Gross.
So, Burrito, please chime in.
For the next one?
No, we're still getting over the inability.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to hear the Dr. Smartman version of things.
Dr. Smart
That's what I would have said. I would have said, you have to look forward and,
Not
think
look
about
forward
things that you're...
or not
no,
look back?
you'd have to look forward and think about what you're doing right now and what you're good at the moment, because there are things that you can be best at that you couldn't have been previously.
That's very true.
Wisdom!
I'm sorry, I didn't follow.
So there's things that you got good at over time by practicing it, say
Yeah.
like playing guitar or something. And your best version of yourself that you're thinking of may not have been that good at guitar as you are now because of the wisdom.
Just because
or-
that dude can masturbate 5
Yeah,
times a
he
day.
was too busy jacking
no
off
problem.
when he could have been shredding.
Doesn't mean he could shred like you do now.
That's true.
Just
Yeah.
because he got ab doesn't mean he can play guitar like you do now.
That's right.
And a fiddler
Good
crab
point.
claw for an arm.
Good
A
point,
fiddler
dude.
crab claw for an arm.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. You know what, Burrito? I was pissed at you for bringing in that fucking crap earlier.
Perspective.
But now you're back, dude.
You're back, baby. Speaking of back
Speaking of burrito,
and back, Japanese convenience store
Oh, shit.
chain running out of fried chicken takes precautions to save Christmas, you say?
They saved Christmas, apparently,
Burrito live from the scene.
for themselves.
live from last Christmas.
Live from Christmas in Japan.
Time machine.
Burrito live from Christmas in Japan. Burrito.
Yes, this is something that I just found out.
No, you're finding it out currently as you are in Japan,
yeah.
and it's Christmas.
And we have evergreen trees.
Well, actually, it's November.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Because you got to
tell us
save
about it.
Time
You're
to
right.
It's the
save
middle
Christmas.
of November.
Are they too busy eating turkey?
I'm gonna set the stage. It's the middle of November. Chicken is scarce,
Oh yeah, I remember
to
that.
say the least.
right?
What's the
Yeah.
reason for that?
COVID and
Supply and demand?
Chicken AIDS.
Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Well, no, just
Christmas.
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Supply chain.
they're stockpiling the supply for Christmas
Right,
in November.
right. So because Christmas time is a big
Chicken.
fried chicken eating event
Oh, yeah.
for the people of Japan. A long time ago. I don't know exactly when. I probably should have looked it up. The head of KFC in Japan
Colonel Sanders.
Himself.
somehow convinced everyone in Japan that Americans eat fried chicken on Christmas.
Nice.
It's like
Smart
that's their
as
meal.
fuck.
that was
yeah.
marketing.
What I think happened was an ad campaign where they
Yeah.
just showed like it
People
was
eating
Christmas
chicken
time
at
and
Christmas.
people eating chicken, and it
Yeah.
just created a whole movement.
A lot
And
like
then
it a
people.
jokey thing?
People
or-
just didn't fact
I
check
think it was
it.
I think they
Yeah.
just had a
they
seasonal
were like,
commercial,
"Oh,
kind of like
exactly.
how
And it
Coca-Cola
made
has
it
the
well.
polar
It's
bears.
made it well over there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Polar bears don't actually drink Coca-Cola.
And
I mean,
they'll
they
also-
can.
They'll rip your asshole out.
They'll rip your asshole out.
So don't fuck with them.
They could take your truck out of the ditch, though. I'm
They
sure.
could have.
Yeah.
I should have just called
I'll
a polar
jack-
bear.
yeah, I'll
You're
jack
fucking
on that
right.
Coke.
I'm fucked up. I should have just called a polar
Yeah,
bear.
the
One of those
police.
Coca-Cola
Instead of
Christmas
the
polar bears that
Please.
take it out. You didn't know
Police
no
just say,
fucking
hey,
wench.
maybe you want to call a tow truck.
One of the traditions is to have fried chicken on Christmas. And so this Japanese convenience store named Family Mart
Hey,
has some chicken that's called Famichiki.
Fammy Chicky.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And so to make sure they had enough chicken to make fried chicken for everyone on Christmas, they stopped selling chicken for like a month.
Sometimes daddy's got to step in and say, hey, man,
Save
no
Christmas.
chicken. Sorry.
Sometimes dad got to save Christmas.
Sometimes gotta.
So was that the big reveal?
Yeah.
that
How do you
they
guys
got-
feel about that?
Oh man, I don't feel anything about it. I just want to be real, because I already knew all that. But I also
He doesn't
comment
feel anything for
on the
it.
supply and demand. I could hold out for a month for some family chicky.
Yeah.
It's really a microcosm of like geopolitics or, domestic politics where it's like sometimes Big Brother steps in and, what's the
Like-
right thing to do? Should you, I don't
Death
know.
panels?
But are they?
Are you talking about death panels?
Like some places here decided to raise the price.
That's what I was
of-
going to ask.
That's another way to
Is
do
this
it.
a moral obligation, or are they just trying to?
It's
cash
great
in?
for business. They knew they were going to
Right.
sell this chicken regardless, and they can probably sell fried chicken more than they can sell like raw chicken. Sure,
And there was like a shortage of chicken because I
But
feel
I
like
don't
that
know-
doesn't exist.
yeah, there's a shortage of chicken.
They can get it shipped
Japan's a
somewhere.
fucking. You got to ship it from somewhere.
Yeah,
and like
but
nobody's
if you
shipping
think
it.
They
ahead-
shipped it from Thailand. They shipped them from Thailand, and the problem was things were backed up from Thailand, but also there wasn't anyone to work in the factories.
Family Mart.
No, the factories in Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because of
Yeah.
COVID to prepare the chicken.
yeah.
I mean, you do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you do to save Christmas.
I think it's great for business. I don't think they were necessarily thinking of the profit markup they would make for the fried chicken versus raw chicken, but I do think they were going to be facing a lot of upset customers come Christmas time if there's no Fammy Chicky.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
That's what they would say.
Yeah, Family Mart ruined Christmas.
Christmas.
Where my fried chicken? Where my fried chicken?
I can save that last one for this.
And that was double X Quantimino.
Where my chicken at? Hey, is that what they? Hey, where my chicken at?
Julio Tejas Financial Advisors. When you gotta move some weight, why wait? Julio will help you diversify your holdings. Flat rate, always great. Julio gets it done. Call Julio Tejas today, or regret it tomorrow. Julio Tejas.
He had more baritone than usual. I like
And
that.
this is the news. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Julio's, he's been in the gym. He's been working.
Yeah, I think he got a prescription for tea. I think he had low T before.
Yeah, now he's just fucking,
He got tea.
he's juiced.
Yeah.
Julio,
Well, I mean,
he
within
put the tea
within
in
the healthy
Tejas.
range. He's
He
not.
put the tea in Tejas.
That's right.
We should start a fucking low tea clinic.
From Triple C Corporation.
Yeah, Tejas low tea.
We
Tejas
put the
Clinic.
T in Tejas.
Like it doesn't mean anything.
Triple T,
Triple T.
triple C, triple T.
Sure, man.
Man beaten with metal skillet after declining an offer of potatoes.
Okay.
A man was arrested after being accused of beating another person with a metal skillet who refused an offer of potatoes.
Okay. All right. Explain. I'm sorry. Who hit who? Okay. I'm the person who refused the potatoes.
Is this at a buffet?
Oh my god.
It was
Where
at
are
a
we at here?
house.
Is this an honor thing?
No, I think this dude was making breakfast, and I guess these two dudes were arguing. Right, they were probably roommates, and he's making potatoes. Like, you want any potatoes? No, I don't want your fucking.
I don't want your
You don't want my
fucking
fucking
stinky
potatoes. Ding.
What's funny about the ding dude that's in the cartoons is that in real life,
Does not
that's a
sound the same.
traumatic brain injury.
It does not sound the same at all.
That's a TBI, my man.
You're absolutely right. Speaking of TBI, Skyfari ride passenger at San Diego Zoo gets stuck for an hour after vandalism caused ride to stop.
You know
What kind of vandalism was this, Gemini Jackson?
Sorry.
San Diego fire crews rescued passengers on the San Diego Zoo's gondola.
It's not going to tell you.
It's not going to tell me. But I feel like some kids were screwing around on the gondola and unscrewed some bolts, and then it caused the whole thing to.
They're calling that
to go
vandalism,
kapoots.
you think?
Kind
of
of
course,
is.
yeah.
I just imagine vandalism being like
Graffiti?
just like graffiti.
Not necessarily
I
just
guess you're
graffiti.
Right. You're right.
Vandalism is it's
just
a
being a
spectrum.
vandal.
Vandalism is a spectrum.
That's true.
These criminals could have been drunk.
These vandals.
Vandals.
You know what? I bet they would have been drunk if they had it on some boozy Baja Blast.
You right?
Is that a real thing?
Not yet.
It will be. It's joining the Hard Mountain Dew lineup, but no plans for them to serve it at Taco Bell yet.
I'm happy we live in a timeline where there's hard Mountain Dew.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
A boozy Baja Blast, dude. That's what I'm going to relapse on. Actually.
Yeah, I think that's you.
That's it, dude.
I've never heard anything more Brian than boozy Baja Blast.
I get into AA and they're like, get
No,
back.
you know-
They're like, you know what? That doesn't count. Get out there, dude.
Get out of here.
We get it.
Get some more Baja Blast.
Take it to the face.
That's a free lapse.
Take it to the face.
Speaking of
Daddy
taking
juice.
it to the face, 40-person brawl breaks out at Golden Corral over steak.
Steak.
This also happened in Pennsylvania where that guy was struck with a skillet.
Damn.
There's food-related crime in Pennsylvania. So if you this is your travel advisory. Food-related crime in Pennsylvania. Now back to you in the news.
Arthur, do you want to talk about how you had a racist thought when you originally...
I did not have a racist thought. This is Arthur.
What did I...
I did make an assumption that it was a bunch of dudes. So
Oh, yeah, it's
I did
definitely-
incorporate
Well,
toxic
no, you know what?
masculinity.
It wasn't
Toxic
even dudes.
masculinity.
There were
Yeah.
women. There were a lot of women doing
I think it was a bunch
shocking.
of people.
That's true, man.
So one time I went to Golden Corral,
Yeah.
and this was in the before times.
Yeah.
When they only had one type of food, like all American?
No, this was
These even
before
before
COVID.
Oh, okay.
So they had steaks that day,
Once upon a
fortunately. I got a whole
had what?
steak. Steak.
Yeah.
I got a whole one. They also have
What do you mean a whole one?
a whole steak. They gave me a whole steak.
Yeah, that's what they do.
No, sometimes they cut them up.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah. So this is the before times when times were good. So I got a whole steak, and I proceeded to the fucking dessert bar
Uh-huh. Chocolate fountain?
where they got a fucking chocolate fondue fountain.
You did not put the steak in there, dude.
I got some chocolate steak that day.
What's that like?
It's better than you think.
Really?
It's
Life-changing.
decadent.
Wow.
It's extraordinary.
Wow.
You know how sometimes sweetness tastes better with a touch of salt?
Yeah.
Now imagine a whole steak dipped in chocolate, baby!
Holy crap, dude. That is decadent, dude. That's
Decadent.
That could only have happened in the before times. They
Can
kick
you
your
describe
fucking
me?
ass if you did it right now, dude. They would
Yes,
kick your
absolutely.
ass.
But can you describe me, outside of human meat, what's a more decadent dish than
I can't think of
chocolate
one.
steak? Fuck out of here if you say anything.
Yeah, you have a candied ham. Then you have human. Wait, no. Then you have chocolate covered steak.
Right.
Then you have the most
Human
dangerous meat.
The
Pussy.
most
Long-
I mean, literally
yeah, it could
eating,
be.
shaving the roast beef and eating it in a fucking hoagie roll.
Or frying it up with some bacon.
some chitlins.
So, anyways, about this fight,
Oh, yeah.
what would you have? How would you have corrected this, or what do you think?
I would leave
Golden Corral
Who's
would do?
immediately.
correcting anything?
No, dude. Let them all fucking kill each other. I don't give a shit. I'm leaving.
Burn this place to the ground.
Oh, did you hear that reenactment around the corner?
Oh, no.
Gemini
Hey,
Jackson is cutting the meat. Brian is coming in line to get some steak, and so is Burrito Bandito.
Hey, what do you want?
Can I get a whole steak this time, please?
Yeah.
I need
here,
that
so-
steak. I need that steak.
Oh, sorry. This is the last whole steak, and he already asked for it. Plus,
Oh, I don't. Oh, we'll just cut it in half.
Excuse
Fine.
me. Hey, excuse
I'm
me, sir.
gonna cut it. Could I cut it in half?
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, look.
I'm in front of you, so I
Look, my kid wants some steak. I don't know what
now
to,
it's
what
for
to
your
tell
kid.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
My
I'm just
sick
gonna eat
kid,
the steak
he's got
myself.
cancer.
I'm eating
Yeah.
the steak myself. Fuck both of you.
Hey, well, guess what? I have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do. Steaks behind the sneeze guard. Eating it.
Guess what?
Stop me.
I have
Yeah,
this, I have
what?
this. What's that little thing? Hold on 1 second. Time out. What's that thing where you put the baby thing in? Baby booster thing?
Oh, high
Car
chair.
seat? Oh,
High
high
chair?
chair.
High chair.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
high
you're
chair.
gonna take the steak? I got a high chair right here.
Oh, you got a high chair?
Boom!
Oh!
Boom!
Off the
That's a high
ropes!
chair to the face.
And sir,
Hey,
sir
what-
that was
what?
behind me in line.
Uh-huh.
Boom!
Oh! Is
Oh.
that a ladder? Where did you get a ladder from? He's going to the side. Oh,
Bro,
my
shotgun.
God. It's a shotgun.
I don't know, dude. So that's pretty much.
I wanted to make it WrestleMania, and then you made it a high school
I know.
event.
Well, how did the guy cutting the meat behind the counter end up wanting the steak?
He ate it because nobody could decide. He was King Solomon himself.
Oh, yeah. Did you-
He was King Solomon who ate the baby in the real story.
Was
Do
I
you guys
talking
know that?
over when you were trying to make that connection?
Yeah.
God, Man, I
I
really
ate it.
fucked up, dude.
No, you'll hear it
'Cause
later.
that's a good one, the King Solomon thing.
No, I just made
I
that
think
right
they're gonna
now.
have to
Oh, I
screw all of their furniture to the ground now.
Yeah.
You're right.
But they really do that in the clip. Doesn't they pick up the high chair thing?
Yeah, they do.
It's a
my
woman.
God,
A woman
that's
picks up a high
amazing.
chair and hits another woman.
Well,
I mean, these...
they
come on.
probably had it coming.
These
They had
clams.
it come. These clams,
fucking
dude.
clams.
These are some hyped up clams, dude.
But I don't think they're going to screw down the high chair. I think they're going to put up like ropes, like ticket taking ropes kind of thing. Or
Some have tickets already.
for steak.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Some Golden Corrals have a ticketing system.
Really? Like,
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah,
at the
the Pullen
DMV.
ticket.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
147?
I need to check that one.
147,
we gotta-
148.
we gotta
Oh,
have
I have
steak.
147. We're on 148 now. Fuck you! Give me the steak.
That's how it started.
I have 147. I have 148. Yeah. That's how it started.
Yeah, we should have done that in the improv.
You know what
Next
flight's
time.
not being canceled?
Your ass.
This Japanese flight.
You know, Slam citizens, Burrito's always dreamed of being a Japanese potato chip designer, despite not being Japanese and currently asking everyone if they pronounce it potato or potato. Digging up this week's Mr. Potato headlines, this is Burrito's Nippon News. Segment within a segment.
I do love potato chips.
Potato chips, you say? Excellent.
Who says potato?
yeah.
I've never heard that shit in my life.
Yeah,
people.
I've never heard that either. That's what I found from
Have you
all
heard
my
tomato?
surveys.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
British people do.
British,
Yeah.
Do
I
they
don't
not
think
say
they do.
potato?
No, I've never heard that shit.
Do they not say
I think they say
potato?
potato. If
Yeah,
they say
Brit-
tomato.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
I'll ask Peppa Pig next time I see her.
Peppa got cancelled.
I think bourgeoisie, the bourgeois in British land.
Potato. Pass the potatoes. Potatoes are grown.
So talk about these chips, Burrito.
Do you guys like getting your fingers all
I do.
cheesy? Powdery.
Jesus.
Yeah?
I mean, it's an
Well,
event. It's a.
You have to.
It's
Sometimes
part of the experience, man.
What
if
do
I'm
you-
eating Cheetos and that shit don't get on my fingers.
Yeah, if I'm not a fucking total slob and I'm not sucking off my fingers, what am I even eating
My
Cheetos
dick
for?
don't turn orange from eating Cheetos.
Remember that joke?
Wait, which one?
The guy goes to the doctor. He said, "Doctor, I got a fucking orange dick." The doctor's like, "Oh my God, let me see." Okay. So have you been doing anything different? The guy's like, "Nah, just my usual thing." He's like, "What do you do?" Well, every day I go home, grab a bag of Cheetos, and just masturbate.
Is it?
That's it.
Okay. I mean, maybe it would have hit harder if I didn't know that we were talking about Cheeto fingers before. I don't know.
Well, you
Colin.
can't do that anymore in Japan because there's two brands who have
Oh,
made
no.
potato chips that don't get your fingers all powdery.
Holy shit! This seems like
Sounds
Wait,
illegal.
I got it. They put Teflon on the powder.
Teflon.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm-
can't
I'm
fool
not
me,
sure how they do
Japan.
it.
Teflon,
It sounds
idiot.
like it can't be good. It can't be as good.
Yeah, because how's it sticking to the potatoes but not your fingers? People and potatoes are made out of the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's cooked
I-
into
We're
the
long
chip.
potato.
I like the way that
Long
they named
potato.
this.
Yam.
What'd they name it, Burrito?
This brand of potato chip uses a revolutionary KGT manufacturing
Shit.
method.
I don't like the sound of that.
KGT stands for Koga Tenetsuki Nyukui. Anyway,
That's what it sounds. That's
it
what it stands
translates
for.
to
Okay.
hard to get powder on hands in English.
Hard to get
I
powder on
absolutely hate that.
hands. Art's not buying these chips. Not
None
that
of
he
it.
buys chips anyway.
This is like this.
Are you a
seems like-
chipman?
Yeah, I like chips. I like salt and vinegar chips.
Do you
mostly.
love chips?
I love salt and vinegar chips.
I don't get powdery shit when I eat salt and
I like
vinegar
Cheetos.
chips.
It says they found a way to maintain the same level of taste without using huge
right.
amounts of flavor dust.
They would say that.
It says the first step involves making extra thick cut chips, as this is important for the chip to hold the oishisa no shizuku, or
you're fucking up
globs
your
of
chips.
deliciousness.
Me personally, I
Yeah.
like the fucking thin chips, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
I'm
baked
not trying to
chips.
get fucking French fries.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to last. This isn't good. They probably have some kind of chemical in there that causes autism or something.
They got some interesting flavors. Do you want to hear them?
Sure.
Right.
Kalbi. Let me guess. Kalbi and maybe Tokyo banana.
Dried bonito fish and kelp,
Oh, I hate
Nope.
that.
I'm out.
shellfish broth and sea lettuce,
That's why these
my
won't
God.
sell.
Oh,
Japanese
God.
pepper and miso.
Basically,
that's-
yeah, that seems
Oh,
fine.
this one you might like: beef broth and wasabi.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
why
pretty
not?
good. Yeah.
I don't like beef flavored chips, dude. Like Lay's tried that. I mean, don't.
No.
I also don't like
think
the
I've ever
beef
had that.
flavor.
I don't want the
Yeah.
beef flavor unless it's actual like from a steak.
They did have like a steak and potatoes chip, which had like cheese and bacon flavory in addition to
That's
the steak.
fine. Yeah.
It was good.
This was Pringles.
No, Lay's.
Oh,
You know when they have the competition chips?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your flavor? What would you submit? Is this
My
a DXQ?
flavor?
Yeah, this is a DXQ. What's your
Submit it
latest
for your
flavor?
approval.
Oh, the Midnight Society. My flavor of potato chips would probably be potato chip. The best like sea salt and potatoes. Maybe some of those blue potatoes. Who knows? I don't know. There's like the brand of like those veggie chips that are like potato chips.
Yeah, those
you know
are
what I'm
good.
talking about?
Yeah.
I think they're called like Terra chips or something like
Oh,
that.
I don't know those.
No, but there's like the
I know veggie straws.
I hate those, man.
Okay.
Can't stand those. Such a gimmick. Like they call one like tomato and the other one kale and taste nothing like tomato. They all taste the same. It's just color.
All right, guys. You heard it here first.
I don't know if you guys remember, there was a brand of potato chips that had like an alligator on the front. They were barbecue flavored.
I think I
Oh,
know.
yeah. With a Z?
Zappos?
I'm not
Zappos?
sure.
Zabos?
I'm not really sure.
Are you
Is
talking
that
about
Zappos?
Cajun
My
craw
favorite.
taters? I think it's
Zabos?
Zep.
Zabos?
Zeppos?
I think it's
Zep.
Lord Zed.
Zed's is a DJ.
Oh, Lord Zed's from Power Rangers.
Lord Zed is from Power Rangers. You're right.
Did they make KFC chips?
Maybe. They should.
Fried chicken ones? Yeah, well, they make KFC taxis.
Free KFC taxis.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
So there's a taxi and it's got like KFC fried chicken wrap on the outside. So it looks like you're being driven around in a KFC chicken.
Like a bucket?
Yeah.
Is it a bucket?
Well, no, it's just like
Well, then I don't want it.
Like
if
a
it's just a
drumstick?
wrapped car that has KFC,
the inside is decorated in KFC.
Does it
The
smell
Colonel's skin.
like fried chicken?
the leather
They're
is
free.
the Colonel's skin.
I don't think so.
If it doesn't
But
smell like fried chicken, what's the point?
Yeah, fried chicken air fresheners.
you can order it.
In the car?
They should
They'll
think
fry
about
that
that.
shit in the car?
They should actually,
No.
like if you order
But they do give you a coupon.
What?
do you still have to pay for the taxi?
No, the taxi is free.
That's
Oh,
cool.
excellent.
But,
That's
but
great.
Well,
they should
yeah.
have
It should
fried
only
chicken
dry.
in there.
It should only drop you off at KFC's.
It should.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's a catch.
You could order it, and it's just so long as you were being picked up and dropped off within Osaka.
So how much did KFC pay to read this?
Yeah, where's our cut, dude?
I don't know.
You just pocketing it all?
It's kind of a KFC.
No, a KFC
heavy
secret.
episode.
KFC secret.
It's a KFC secret.
Yeah.
Where's the SC
Well-
trope about this? Is it the fried chicken part, the KFC? Or
Yeah, it's fried chicken.
Okay.
KFC's legit
Yeah.
the
You
worst.
doubled down on fried chicken today, man.
Heyo.
I did. I
I
did.
hope you had that for lunch. Maybe you had this for lunch.
I didn't. I also did not have cup noodle for lunch, but this isn't an actual cup noodle. They're releasing humidifiers that look like a cup noodle.
Why?
Just kitschy.
Well, yeah,
Do you put the ramen in the humidifier and
So
let
you
it
can
humidify?
have-
that would
so
be
it's-
really cool if you could
That-
smell
Maybe
it.
you
If it
do!
would smell like ramen. No, it doesn't do
It
that.
smells like ass.
But it,
Like you
it's
take
just
a
a
piss in this
humidifier. But it
humidifier.
absolutely looks like a hot cup noodle.
Ah, the vapors coming out of the
Yeah.
top of it.
Okay.
I get
Yeah.
it.
I see.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
with the
That's
steam
why,
coming out the top.
Is it better
yeah.
than that pillow you got?
the one where you,
Looks pretty cool.
that you fuck.
Yeah, do you fuck your fucking pillow,
no,
dude?
we
Your
don't want to
cup
talk about
ramen,
my
cup
my
noodle
cup noodle pillow.
Yeah.
I fucked my pillow when I was younger, man.
It's your own
Yeah.
hole.
That's for
You
me.
made your mom change your sheets.
Change them.
Crusty
Change
sheets.
them. Change them, Dorothy. That was the news across the world.
Food truck fanboys, you haven't lived until you've conquered the crazy one. Intergalactic Boba Runner Booba Get serves you everything in the crazy one. Infinite calories for a not so infinite price.
$9.95.
Best bring your appetite, because the crazy one has everything. No substitutions, no. Don't give up your much done cred by asking for no pickles or no onions. Boobo won't hold the mayo, because it wouldn't be the crazy one if it didn't have everything. Next time you have a craving for clout that will get your feet wet, find the most badass food truck in the galaxy and order the crazy one from Booba Gets.
Abu gets, and I gets it, so get it. What I have for lunch?
I'll go first real quick. Boom Chi. Like, you knew what I had today, but it was like that what I had today. But I got something special to say about one time I had that
Jesus
recently.
Christ.
So I can just tell
Boom
people you
Chi.
had Boom Chi McDonald's.
The one
Chi,
thing
it
I
was
had about that time I had, but it's special, different time than that time I had today.
the time ball.
That's how I get over the inability to be the best version of myself.
You get McDonald's?
I remember those days. Yeah, I just hate myself.
Yeah, if I'm not feeling 100%, I go grab McDonald's.
Hey, facts.
and then
wanna
I
feel
prove to
worse.
myself, hey, it could have been worse.
Yeah, just to know I'm alive.
And I don't want the
Okay, so I had the signature meal.
Yeah, the
I had the Arthur Dude meal.
nearly
yes.
perfect meal.
Yeah, the nearly perfected
meal.
Arthur Dude meal.
But
I was actually having McDonald's twice that day.
Oh, you cheating
no.
ass.
So the second time, and both times I went into the app, the second time I went back in the app, and for some reason, the items were still in the cart.
Shit.
Nice.
No, they knew you'd be back.
There was some sort of glitch in the matrix
It
where
wasn't
they
a
never
caching issue.
charged me for this
But
Arthur
they gave
Dude
it to
meal.
you?
Yeah. I guess they forgot to push the he got it
What?
button or something, and it never left my cart.
wow.
Payment never completed or something. But
That
I
was like
So you
God.
just
still
show
got
up
the
again.
food.
That was a God
No,
shot, dude.
because the second order showed up. So instantly you can think they're not going to go retrace that lost order.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only like a $4 meal, but still
It was
what a
free
what a
$4
blessing, though,
free.
dude.
Yeah.
That was God's
Yeah,
plan.
dude. Bless up.
Dude, this is what fucking Drake was talking about right here.
God bless.
It was a free, nearly
Free,
perfect Arthur Dude
nearly
meal.
perfect Arthur Dude
Free
meal.
Mickey D's. God bless.
Gemini Jackson, what'd you have for lunch?
Ooh, I
Was
had...
it a truck in a ditch?
A truck in the ditch, dude.
Yeah.
No, I had that the other day. Today I
Humble
had...
pie.
It wasn't the best URL of all time.
Okay.
Boom Chi
Was it
wasn't.
Burger King?
No, Boom Chi.
wasn't
Same
Taco
genre.
Bell.
Oh.
Was
what-
it Taco Cabana?
It was.
Really?
All right.
Nice.
Did you have a burrito bowl?
I had a bowl. It wasn't a burrito though.
A cabana bowl.
Yes, Boom Chi Cabana bowl.
Without
What
the-
flavor?
Steak?
Steak on steak on steak today, guys.
With all the fixings.
Nice.
All fixing. Did you
Nice.
know? Actually, guess how many calories a Cabana bowl
Oh,
is?
it's a lot, dude.
I'm going to say
gonna
1,200.
I'm gonna say it's like 950.
burrito.
Ooh. 1,100.
It is 1,000.
Jeez,
Oh,
that
so-
Price is
ooh.
Right rules. I
Yep.
win.
Burrito. Brian won.
Brian McFly, come on down!
That's a lot of calories.
It's a lot of calories for one thing.
1,000 worth
Yeah,
it?
you're supposed to eat two.
Yeah,
Your serving size per day is 2 Cabana bowls.
This is Gemini Jackson who skips lunch on the reg.
You're right, and this was a late lunch too. So
Did
I
you
treated
like,
myself
fall
to 1,000
asleep
calories.
after that?
I could stay
about.
awake just to hear you breathing.
Brian McFly, what'd you have for lunch?
He does that.
Breathing.
Yeah, that's it. Boom Chi. Dago Wops, baby.
You had fucking
Now, you might
Olive
not get
Garden?
this. Well, it's served in.
minestrone
No, I don't even know what that is.
pizza.
Oh, it's a soup.
I know this answer because he told me earlier, so I'll kindly step
Oh,
back.
yeah. He's recusing.
Yeah.
We got a recusation.
Is it lasagna?
This is- yeah, it was. Huh?
Yep.
Oh, because you knew
Boom
too?
Chi. No, I had no idea.
Oh, really?
I had that the other
I
day.
had a coworker. Did you get made? Did someone give you a coworker?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you get your
I
ass
just
eaten?
found that on the shelf, and I was like, "What this like?
What lasagna like?
What lasagna like in a can?" Turns
In a
out,
can?
all right.
My one-word clue would have been Garfield.
Oh, no, I had.
yeah.
Wait, did you have lasagna soup?
No.
Ew!
I had
No.
lasagna soup.
Burrito had that,
Soup.
and it still makes me vomit.
I had
Wait,
lasagna
what?
soup.
It's probably not that bad.
Not that bad.
Lasagna
Now, remember
soup?
I called how gimmicky lasagna soup is?
What about ketchup soup?
That's
Oh,
even
what
worse.
the fuck? But anyways, I had lasagna for at lunch, and it was nice.
Nice.
It was nice. Anyways, burritos. What you have for lunch?
Boom Chi. A bunch of little balls.
Oh, good. You had matzo balls and and lentils.
but
Did you have Cocoa Puffs?
You have Cocoa Puffs for
Boom
lunch.
Chi.
Oh, couscous,
Peanut Butter Crunch?
quinoa,
Boom Chi.
You
There's
just ate
some
M&Ms.
caviar. What was it? Say
You had caviar,
fungus. Boom Chi.
foie gras,
Red sauce.
balls. Oh,
marinara.
Wait.
Oh, was
Wait,
that
a
word?
meatball sub?
Yeah.
Why do you say little balls? How little could they be?
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's like
Medium
15
size.
meatballs per
Sorry,
sandwich.
They're
yelling at
meatball
you.
size, right?
Yeah, the meatball.
Were you thinking
size.
little?
I was thinking
medium.
like boba balls.
That's a medium-sized ball.
Yeah, little balls
Okay.
are like boba sized balls. right?
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine
okay.
a meatball
Smaller.
Imagine a meatball sub that had boba-sized balls.
I would
You'd be,
eat it.
Yeah, but you'd be
Sounds
disappointed.
interesting.
I would just be like, why did they
Yeah,
do
this
this? Why did they
sucks.
take all the time to
Yeah.
do this?
That
This
texture would
sucks.
be way too strange.
Yeah,
like you
it's-
wouldn't be taking bites into
It's
them.
too
Just be
it's too
inhaling them.
uniform.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have like 5 meatballs in your mouth at one time.
Unless you're a
That's like the
whore.
little-
That's against God's
That's like
plan.
the little meatballs that they have in the Hot Pockets.
I haven't had
yeah.
that, but that sounds good.
our dreams,
I've never been broke. What's that like?
You need to sit your little
Wow.
sexy
And
ass
that's
down.
what we have for lunch.
What we have for lunch? My favorite button.
Last night, I awoke in a sweat.
What?
The cravings arising from deep within my loins. The salty taste of her belly. Her humid heat warmed my tongue. The soft crunch of that corpulent pancita. Oh, where was I to find a greasy slab of fat to satiate such forbidden desires?
Oh, God.
Then I remembered Thickham Farms Country Bacon.
Well, howdy, y'all. I'm Jimmy Thickham, President and CEO of Thickham Farms. We farm raise our Triple C standard hogs to be the thickest and the quickest. All greased up and ready to go. Well, I start every morning with the slickest, thickest trim, fresh from the hog. When you need a slice to fill you up nice, get them arteries pumping and those veins are popping. Thickham. Thickham Farms.
Thickham Farms Country Bacon is available at the Thickham Farms booth at the Slam City Farmers Market every Saturday and Sunday morning. Not recommended for children under 18 or women who are nursing or pregnant. Side effects include, but are not limited to, sore jaw and fingers, itis, and big fat boners lasting longer than 4 hours.
Ooh, come to Papi Cerda Gorda.
That's the show, gents.
Stick it up your ass. You don't say the thing anymore.
Yeah.
I contracted that shit out already.
Look at that.
You're making big bucks.
Also,
I hope
like,
you have a copy and pasted stick it up
I-
your ass.
I like the idea that this Thickham Farms paid a sponsorship fee to anybody to advertise that they'll be at a farmer's market.
Yeah, and also they're paying for like a 90-second or 2-minute ad.
They're getting their value worth for sure.
On prime time.
Everyone's entitled to the truth. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Slam City Radio. Get in touch with us through our contact form at slamcityradio.com. We'll send you a sticker, then ask you where you'll stick it. Subscribe, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all day, every day.
Scram! I said split! Shake the scene, you turkeys! Get out of my house! I'll see y'all tomorrow. This ends now!
Oh, shit.
Was that too much?
Hit him up!